morning, everyone. This is your host, J.R. Michael, and the beat guy, Pseudo, with the voice in the back of the room. Ladies and
Welcome
gentlemen,
back.
thank you. It's good to be back. So, hopefully, you guys out there have your cappuccinos, your poison of the night, whether it's alcohol. Bring it on down and let's get rolling. All right, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty well, pretty well. We heard that, well, I'm doing pretty well. I had a decent week. It was a nice, normal week. You are the talk of tonight's show with what you've been doing. You just got back
Oh,
from a whole week away, haven't you? And what were you doing during that time?
I was away for 2 weeks on set filming for the
Can I,
first
can
time in
I,
my.
can I share some of what you shared with me today?
Wait.
Yeah, sure.
You're interrupting him. You didn't even let him say what he's been
I,
doing.
I know. And now continue talking about what you've been doing.
I've been filming for the past 2 weeks and a half in Maryland, apparently, and for the first time in my life, I've actually did 3.5 films, which I've never seen a director do that, but was able to pull it off, and I had to change characters and play different roles, so it was
Woo.
very challenging and exhausting, but it was fun too at the same time, and it,
Look at you with that scruffy salt and pepper.
Yeah. Show off the
yeah.
beard. Do a side profile. Actually, wait. Let me make you a little
No,
bit bigger.
look, he's all clean cut
Let's
again.
get that
No,
side
no,
profile. Come on.
I got the 5 o'clock shadow. I have the 5 o'clock.
Oh
I
yeah.
shaved it down.
I hear the ladies. I hear the ladies.
I was definitely going to make a comment. Ladies do like a 5 o'clock shadow. They do.
Yep.
Oh, okay, okay.
JR out here swagging it up to start the show. Okay.
Except Pseudo.
Oh
He's
my
not allowed to
God.
have a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, my 5 o'clock shadow is like
He's only allowed to have a full
midnight
beard.
frost.
Only a full beard. Well, it's gonna grow back. Trust me.
Uh,
It doesn't take long for me to
can I...
get the.
Did he ever
What?
tell you about the time he shaved his beard off on my birthday?
Who?
Pseudo.
No. Really?
It was so
Yeah,
cruel. It
I
was like
was
the
an idiot.
meanest thing he could do. It was like an anti-birthday present.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal.
Really? I mean,
Yeah,
Because he cut his hair too short too.
Yep.
And honestly, he looked like a giant penis. And if you think he didn't, my best friend saw him and she started jacking his head off.
Yeah.
Without me telling her, mind you. And I was like, I know, I said the same thing. And then it was okay.
well, I mean, you didn't recognize him with the.
I mean, we were living together before he kidnapped me. So, yes, I recognized him, but I was very
Okay.
disappointed because it was my birthday.
Yeah, it was kind of mean. I look like a straight dick. And it wasn't done intentional. I will say that. It wasn't
don't
like
care.
it was like, hey, this is my plan for today. I'm just gonna walk out here and look like a straight stroke.
No, straight up, people would be like, "Oh, he looked like a giant dick." So that song "Birthday Sucks." I'm like, no, this is the antithesis of that.
Yeah.
This was literally like the Sahara Desert went.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I'll admit it.
Hey.
It was terrible.
Having said that, no, girls like a 5 o'clock shadow. Jr. I'm very excited about the movies you were shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me pull them up. Let me see if I could at least get the.
The names.
Yeah. Well, I gave you some of the names already, but
Yep, I dropped the ball and messed up. I didn't do what I was
Oh.
supposed to do. I fucked up.
let me see.
You should let me know these things so I could remind him because I'll tell him something 500 times and he drops the ball and doesn't remember.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
supposed to tag this up and be like on top of my BS, but I don't even have my cell phone. So I
Yeah,
don't
you
even-
do.
Damn, I think I purposely put it there so I wasn't looking at it. But
Well, that's okay. Now Grim might have a spot delay.
by the way, my
Well-
sisters tonight are in a like terrible storm situation.
Yeah, over here too. It's really bad.
Oh really?
It's
Mhm.
sunny and green outside.
Yeah, we're in Indiana.
Yeah.
It seems to always be sunny here.
That is a lie. It's
No,
rained a
yeah.
lot, you filthy liar.
Being persuasive. It's like, I'm going to tell you something about an area
I mean,
that gets
granted,
tornadoes.
it's
completely dry.
Granted, today was technically like what 65 degrees, but it felt like 76. So, and it did. So,
Oh wow.
it is
So
beautiful.
it's not raining over there at all. It's just 75 degrees with sun and clouds, right?
Yeah, I feel like a couple of weeks ago it was nothing but storms though. But
Mm.
I feel like knock on wood, and maybe we've made our way past that. Anyway, since Pseudo didn't is working on rectifying his tags, what were the names of these films, JR?
Sure. The director for the director's name is called Alex Kane. He's in the psychological thriller genre. He loves to write about those things. So pretty much read a little paragraph I kind of put together. The high stakes psychological thriller Bullet returns in 2025 while three mind bending sci fi thrillers are in progress: Parallel, Deprivation, and Parallax, which is the continuation of Parallel. The pushing, actually, no, it's the continuation of Deprivation, are pushing the boundaries of storytelling, adding to the excitement, the psychological thriller also will be Exit is also a psychological thriller based where 6, 7 people are stuck in an abandoned parking lot, and I play a ex-marine soldier, and I pull guns on people at one point, but I won't give you the gist on that. It's kind of
Ooh, JR being a badass.
yeah. So those are the name of the films. Pretty much is it's really sci-fi psychological. Parallel, I can tell you a little bit about. It's about seven, no, 5 characters, main characters, and they're living different parallel lives. So in one scene, they're business people. In another scene, they're CIA agent. In another scene, they're FBI. In another scene, they are homeless bums, and they all go through these parallel universes, but living they're them, but living different lives.
I mean, there's
And
a lot of theories that that's what life is. Different
yeah,
planes of existence and all of that.
I agree with that.
well, you agree with it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Different planes of existence and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's just like a good like next level thought. Like I'm fixing links that I messed up by sending out. I'm sorry guys. I'm usually way more tentative than I am right now.
Look at you on your phone,
it's
not paying attention.
I know, seriously. I feel like it's so fucking ugh. I'm just trying to fix it because I sent the wrong link, and I'm trying to
It's
get
all right.
the right link out. JR, I just
Oh.
updated the link to you so you could do it after me. So I was just
Oh
setting
my
you up
God!
for
I
that.
sent the wrong link. Holy crap!
Wait, have we been talking to nobody?
Yeah, but people are coming in now, and the chat is starting to light up a little bit. I see, and I think I kind of fixed it. Shout out to Amanda for letting me know. Without Amanda,
We really just had that whole funny exchange with nothing.
oh
Oh
nothing,
my God.
absolutely nothing. No, it'll get replays.
Oh shoot!
It's where most of this stuff gets played anyway.
Yeah, but what we talked about with JR is pretty important.
It is pretty important.
Do it again.
Yeah, JR. Do it again after we get the invitation out.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. I thought that was the right one.
Oh, I did too. It was the one that was labeled for tonight, but we are not on that link. We're on a different link. I don't know why. If you notice, it's your channel. It's not the 34 episode.
Oh,
Yep.
that's weird. I don't know why I did that.
I don't know why either.
Sorry.
But
about
guys,
that.
we hopefully fix this now, and you guys are all up in that chat trying to share with us, and be like, haha, you guys are idiots.
Nope,
Well,
all
what
my
I was gonna
motivation's gone now.
what I was gonna say, Deprivation is about a character who pretty much goes without sleep for 48 hours, and he's trying to get sleep, but everywhere he goes, he gets pushed away. But I don't want to give you the ending because there's a plot twist, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Towards the end, he finds out who set him up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm interested in this. As we all just got distracted by our phones because Vinny announced a giant mishap, and I bet you there's a bunch of texts going around about me right now. Like, this mother send me 8 text messages.
It's interesting that you think people care about you that much.
Damn.
Okay, let's see here.
Damn. Didn't mean dirty.
Is the person that you kidnapped supposed to be kind? I'm kept here against my will. I sit here. I'm super funny at your expense. And then I find out you sent out the wrong link. And I'm like, no one heard the funny at your expense. No one was hearing us, hyping up JR, talking about his awesome beard.
Itchy beard, but yes.
Shameful, Pseudo, shameful.
Shameful.
And there was a lady on set who actually makes beard cream. What are the odds of that? And she handed me a sample. It was pretty good. It actually kept the itch away, but I thought that was
kept
funny.
the itch away?
The beard cream. The beard
cream. The cream?
Yeah. She actually gave me her homemade
cream.
All organic, oil-based, natural beard cream. Yeah.
Natural and organic.
Oily,
yes.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm not making this up. I know it sounds pretty bad when I say it.
No, Pseudo's making it bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Awkward.
Yeah. Hopefully we survived the link mishap.
All right, so you've been super busy getting back, probably on schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been chaotic. 16-hour shifts, nights, grueling, falling asleep on set. So.
No. Renee said that she was lonely in the waiting room.
Yeah, we're terrible people with this.
She also lets me know that she'll rewind, which makes me feel way better, knowing that Pseudo will be, all the jokes I made at Pseudo's expense will be heard by my bestie, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can't be that bad, like waiting in a doctor's office. I mean, I wasn't talking about that kind of cream. Thank you very much.
Oh,
but, okay.
Pseudo had been alluding to it, though.
Yeah, I was alluding to it the whole time. By the way.
Oh, man.
You got more cream than Wu-Tang.
Anyway. Pseudo, you said you've had a normal week?
Yeah, kind of.
Any highlights?
I got bagels made for me today.
I did. I made homemade
nice.
bagels.
We went and played Top Golf, and I lost.
One time out of all the games.
It was me and Caitlin playing, or the voice in the back of the room. I don't mean to incriminate.
Yeah, I'm allowed to go play Top Golf when I'm not just kept in the dungeon baking bread and being forced to do a podcast.
They have metal locks there. It's Indiana.
So
we're watching a series about that right now. A serial killer from our area.
Not a new one.
Not a new one. He was back in, 93 to 96?
Serial killers were during their most active from, the 70s to the 90s, so.
Yeah. Pretty interesting story. It's on Hulu. What's the name of it again?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I know that it's time to do questions. Did we want to get started?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, I got a quick question for everybody out there.
Okay.
What is if you guys, if everybody was to pick out a name for this show, what would be the funniest name you could think of?
Oh, boy.
If you had to name this show, what would be the funniest name you would give it? JR, you go first.
If we were to come up with
jump around with a bunch of funny names like
Stinky and Cream.
Ew.
Ew.
Well, you said come up with a name. I mean,
Okay, cream
It's certainly eye-catching. I don't think people would be joining our podcast for any good reasons. They'd be highly disappointed upon showing up with whatever their expectations may have been.
hey, well, you know.
Yeah.
What
Throw it
about
out
you,
there.
Pseudo?
See if it sticks.
I'm gonna let you say yours first, because yours is gonna take it away for a minute. I already
I know
yours.
this all started because I made a joke to him about when he was talking about naming the show, and I was like, "Well, you should name it J-Arms." And he was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Well, he has 2 letters. That's only fair if you get 2 letters." He goes, "Well, I could do PTB, Pseudo the Beatguy." I'm like, "No, that's 3 letters. But your name starts with a PS, so J-Arms." And when you start interrupting JR, I could go pss, 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 and just attract you like a cat to stop you.
Yo, that name, double-sided dildo, JR and Pseudo.
Oh my god! But she puts 2 guys and 1 mic.
2 guys, 1 mic. The double-sided dildo. She also said her generation is boring AF. No real serial killers these days.
That's funny.
Facts.
That is funny.
That is funny.
So that's what I said. I suggested J-Arms. And he said J-Arm PS. I was like, no, J-Arms. You have to say it that way. It's not good.
We all know what I would name this show. We all know it. I would name this show Fuck Miles.
Oh. 1 in pink, 2 in stink. To make sure Kate is included.
Hey, got the girl in there. Anyway, so that's my input, J-Arms. So tell me if you like it.
That is funny.
Thank you. He was dealing with this in the living room. He had been
Yes.
talking to you on the phone, and you guys were having that discussion. He gets off the phone. I'm like, no, the name's J-Arms. And I started giggling. Actually, I started giggling to myself, and he was like, what? And I was like, thought of a name for the show. And he's like, what? And I'm just laughing to myself. This is what happens in my head. I just started dying laughing with my own damn self.
You know what? It kind of makes it's kind of cool if we were to do an animation logo to it where there's 2 cats, one
Yeah.
with a hat, and then one with just a chain, and then you go JR and psst.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey,
I think
JR.
one of the cats needs to wear aviators.
Hello, 37 Hot Wheels. Thank you for joining us again. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, how are you doing tonight?
I think they also think the show should be called J-Arms.
And what name would you give the show if you could name it anything?
Exactly. Comment down below.
Would it be like, I don't know, JR drinks a lot of wine on the show, I think, right? Wine? Is that what you go
Yep.
Me too.
for? Wine.
Yeah.
I usually
And
do
you?
like a clear soda.
You sure that's clear, not vodka?
Yeah, it was totally not gin last week at all. You didn't have the bottle or anything in the room.
I wasn't
Blatantly.
hiding it off camera over here, reaching over, making a drink.
I
grabbing
may
a drink, bringing it back over,
I may
switching
be-
hands.
I may be a hostage to the show, but I let my thoughts be known about that.
Tonight it is Sprite.
Yay! Anyway,
Oh, okay. Awesome.
well, now that Pseudo has his question that he wanted to ask it because he knows what my vote is to name the show. Anyway, how many questions do you think I came up with, JR?
Okay. 9.
8.
It's
I
always 8.
don't know.
It's like 1 week.
I was close though. I was close.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dickie said the same thing.
I will tell you that there are 8 questions and at least 4 of them are about animals. So strap in.
Okay. How you doing, Trippy E? Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight.
What up, Trip?
What up, Trip?
He said, "Yo, Big Daddy's in the house. What up?"
Yo, Trip.
Trip,
By the way,
you
Second
missed-
Street Stories is me and Trippy, just in case you guys didn't know. Second Street Stories.
Yeah. Hey,
Anyway.
Brian, how you doing?
We're gonna go ahead. Hey, Westy. We're gonna go ahead and start with question number 1. Question number 1, I did a little bit more of an innocuous one to kind of get rolling, but we're very excited to have you back. Anyway. All right, so this one, the rest are more getting into current events like normal, but this one's one of my random ones. If you could, would you have a personal trainer, a personal chef, or a personal glam squad?
Oh,
Oh,
all right. I need to know more about Glam Squad real quickly. What is
please
what
do.
partakes in Glam Squad?
What do you think a glam squad is?
It's like people who just freshen you up, make you look good at all
Yeah,
times.
like stylists, like a team of stylists.
Okay.
A glam
Oh.
squad, they glam you up.
Oh.
like Jennifer Lopez has. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Repeat the three again. Because I got distracted by the Glam Squad, kind of heavy. Caitlin.
Oh, hold on, no, I was reading 37 Hot Wheels comment about how they name it JR's Angels, and they said a little blast from the past. I hear you, Charlie. I get your reference. Anyway, the question was, if you could, would you have a personal trainer, personal chef, or personal glam squad? And please feel free to comment in the chat about what you would prefer.
I'm going to go with Glam.
I'm gonna go with chef
Okay, so Westy said chef. A Renee said glam. Pseudo, you said glam. Okay, so JR, why chef?
because I love food and I always like to try new things. So having a chef would be great. I would go hungry and always have a nice plated meal.
Okay. I'd ask Pseudo why glam squad, but I felt like that one doesn't need any explanation.
Oh.
Oh, burn.
Yeah, I felt that one. That one was like a sizzle reel.
Hey,
Not a
listen.
good one.
No. For real though. Why glam squad, Pseudo?
Because I would pick a nutritionist if it was like anything, and I feel like Glam Squad's the closest to a nutritionist.
No.
I mean, a physical trainer probably is, but
A personal chef is probably closer to a nutritionist.
oh yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Except they would probably be like, "What do you mean no butter?" Yeah. All right. Renee said glam because she could do the rest. Trippy said personal trainer because he wants to get jacked.
What kind of jacking?
I was gonna say we don't need to hear it. No. I was already gonna say we don't need to hear about you getting jacked, Trippy.
Yeah. Trippy out here getting jacked by his personal trainer.
I will say
we hired him. Never mind.
I'll say glam squad, and this is why. Because one, a personal trainer, not motivating to me. I find myself like, if somebody like tries to yell at me to get in shape, I'm gonna cuss them out. And if somebody tries to encourage me, I'm gonna get annoyed and be like, leave me alone, and glare at them. So like, I'll just do that myself. Personal chef, I could do that myself. I like cooking. I made homemade bagels today. So glam squad. I don't make up. I actively avoid getting my hair cut because everybody makes me look like Shirley Temple.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if I had a personal glam squad that's just catered to me, like my style, but making me look best in my own style, that would be sick. I could rock that.
Yeah.
Nice.
They'd be like, you wear nothing but, like, flannels, tank tops, and jeans. We need to fix this.
Yeah. Now, if we had a nutritionist to this, would anyone else besides me get a nutritionist?
Well, Renee said that she thinks a personal trainer is more like a nutritionist. I agree, actually, when I briefly did D12, when Renee wanted me to do a competition with her, and then she stopped going. They talked a lot about nutrition. She's right.
And yes, the good ones don't yell at you. But no one said that you're getting a good one of these. You could get a terrible personal chef.
I hate... No. She is a personal trainer. I hate when they're encouraging, too. I just hate...
Yeah.
That's right. You could do a pound. You could go heavier on the weights, or you could have just let me be happy with the weights I was using until I got comfortable with them.
That ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Or I could just finish the competition and then ghost them because I didn't like it.
Oh.
No. They were very nice and they were great. I just it was very hard to get there from work. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I see you 37 Hot Wheels with personal chef. You want to tell us why?
Yeah. And would anyone? I'm going to repeat this again. Would anyone pick a nutritionist over what they selected? And
Yeah, I probably would.
I'd pick a nutritionist over anything.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Well,
think
I love
because-
cooking, so having a nutritionist come in and like kind of be like use these ingredients, I think would be really cool and could kind of challenge me to expand what I like to cook and make.
Yeah. And I have like a weird diet already. It'd be kind of easy not to worry about that.
But what about a chef that's already a nutritionist and kind of knows what to cook? In that way?
No, I like cooking. I don't want to lose that.
Okay.
I think it's nice.
You like cooking?
I do like cooking. I don't cook as much as my wife does, or my hostage.
I felt that coming. You like cooking?
Yeah, I felt that one too. It was like,
You
oh
didn't
my
see
God.
you didn't see the extreme head tilt to look at him, to look at him directly eye to eye past the microphone.
Yeah, it was some serious stuff. Like
Honestly, it was probably an extreme head tilt. But
I saw the look on his
was
face.
extreme. It was extreme.
Okay.
Yeah, we just did that. We turned on a light in the middle of the show. Get at us like that.
anyway, okay, I don't know why it was that
Oh, yeah,
extreme.
by the way, go stream Namaste.
Oh. Yes, go stream that. Good music.
By Pseudo.
Question 2. Question number 2. This one you guys might guess because I feel like I've seen it everywhere. So normally I try to do things that aren't really big in the news, but like this one was too much for me to resist.
So that was damn.
So a woman was question 2. A woman was recently arrested for possession of methamphetamines and crack cocaine in Ohio. How do you think she got caught?
That's a good question.
Yeah. How do you think she got caught?
The question is... Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
The question is, can you give us a hint of like a general location, but not precise?
Well, it started with her getting pulled over in a traffic. She got pulled over for like traffic violations when the police noticed she was driving on a suspended license.
Alright, so Westie's Walmart checked her bag is out of the conclusion. I'm gonna say she had it in her Walmart bag.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
That was just following up on what Westie said.
I know.
So when she got pulled over,
Mm-hmm.
she was pulling out her license, and in her purse, the cop looked down and saw she had it. Maybe?
That would be very normal.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not normal.
So,
Her car was made from it.
well, I will say A. Renee put it in the chat what it is, and Trippy said he knows what it is, and it's hilarious, and he'll let me tell it. So what happened is she got arrested, right? And she ended up having a warrant out for her arrest. But when they went back to her vehicle, she had her pet raccoon in it, and it was sitting in the driver's seat trying to smoke a meth pipe.
You can't make this up. Oh my God. You can't make this up. That's hilarious.
Oh, shoot. So they were literally, it was just a raccoon in the passenger seat, just
Her pet raccoon.
glass pipe. Like literally, how is it lighting the lighter? Like it's a glass pipe. You can't do that. Like
Raccoons are smart. My guess is he's just trying to like copy her, or is just around it
Probably.
when she's smoking it. Yeah.
Holding it and going.
or do you think it was using? Do you think it was using the lighter from the center console?
I
I
will say,
pop it in. You know those old cars. You pop it in.
Yeah,
It pops out, and you take it and put it against the cigarette. Well, like imagine if they put it against like a glass pipe. I guess that would work.
Oh my
Intuitive.
God.
Intuitive. You're smarter than most of the meth heads I've ever met.
Could you imagine the cop going back and looking in and seeing this? Like,
Oh, do you see what Trippy said? Trippy said the cops were having a ball. It was so funny.
Yo, is there footage? Is there footage from this?
I'm pretty sure there might be.
Oh, I'm googling this. I'm googling this. Keyboard.
But
I
okay.
would love to see this.
So yeah. So one, I will say, although this woman she was actually arrested. She was driving on a suspended license, but there was a warrant out for her arrest for possession, right? But they actually noticed that she was in possession again because of the raccoon.
If anyone has
Now,
footage, send it to me, please.
Oh man.
Now, mind you, I will say, although she is in possession of all of this contraband, right? She had all the documents. She had all of the documents for this raccoon.
It's what Trippy said was funny. I'm sorry.
All right, read what Trippy said, because I kind of...
He said, not just the cop took the pipe away, then the raccoon pulled out a second one.
Oh, okay, I'm sharing it. I found the video.
Okay.
I found the video.
So yeah.
Okay,
Oh my God.
you guys ready?
Yeah.
I found the video. Tell me.
This
Oh.
I can't.
Okay. This is
Look at that. I have the audio off right now. I'm sorry, guys. If you want to see the audio, please, after the show, not doing it. I'll share a link down below to this video, too.
He's
look
like-
at-
Oh, you caught me, copper. Look at
Now this woman who has okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
She has to be blurred out. I wouldn't want to be blurred out of that. I'd just be like, yo, I'm a legend. Like, someone go through and unblur that, because I know it's really easy to do. Someone online unblur it.
Look, he's
All
trying
right.
to light it.
Are you allowed to
Right.
show that much of it?
I don't know. I'm going to get trouble for this one.
The voice in the back of the room, I have to say, you're right. The raccoon is pretty smart. It actually grabbed something and started to go like this.
Dude, yeah, raccoons are very smart. Now, I'll say, here's what gets me. This woman, right, has a warrant out for possession, is in possession of methamphetamines and crack cocaine again, but has all of the appropriate paperwork for this raccoon to be her legitimate pet.
Oh, wow.
Like, this is a legitimate pet. Like, she had all the proper paperwork and documentation to say, this is my pet raccoon, Chewy.
Yeah.
His name's Chewy.
Chewy. Oh, pass me the pipe.
Just perfect. Chewy, pass me the pipe. Damn. Damn, JR.
Wow.
What, would you hang out with Chewy? I think I would.
I would.
You know, they say, like, who gets voted for president is the person you would most likely want to have a drink with. I think Chewy would beat 90% of people out there. Chewy would become president.
Honestly, if we did a whole campaign, Chewy for president, he might win.
I would
Yeah.
vote for the meth smoking raccoon.
Listen, the meth smoking raccoon, that seems like a good pick.
Oh my God. What is our
Damn.
country coming to?
It said she was driving erratically. Yeah, I see you 37 Hot Wheels. Yeah, no, hilarious.
No shit, she was driving erratically. She had a raccoon smoking meth next door. I would be driving erratically too. I'd be like, yo, I'm 10 seconds from this raccoon losing its shit and I'm done. Wait till the meth hits.
Sitting in the passenger seat, lighting it up.
Chewy-
One of these times.
Chewy was hella pissed. He's like, yo, you took my plug. But then when she was out of the car and he was still there, he was like, oh, all the meth and crack cocaine I want. Never mind. And then they came back. Ruined that raccoon's day.
Could you imagine the raccoon talking also at the same time doing all this? Oh my God.
The raccoon's just like sitting over there making random noises and everything, yeah.
And this is how we got the inspiration for Rocket.
Welcome, Stevie. Welcome, Stevie.
She
Hello,
said that's
Stevie.
crazy.
Uh,
Yeah, no.
JR, how are you?
What?
No, I'm just being awkward.
Stop being weird.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, like, stop being weird. But yeah. This was literally the raccoon was question number 1 that I'd actually had written for this week, but I did like a starter question to warm us back up into it. But I saw this like Friday or something. I don't know, Monday, whatever. Whenever it first came out, and I'm like, yes, podcast question.
Yeah, this was an instant. Like, this was a swish. This was maybe... I don't think you're going to be able to talk this question this week, and if you do, I'm very proud
Listen,
of you.
there's no topping sperm races, okay? I already know this.
Oh, sperm races. Oh my god. They're starting to talk about it in the other podcast, too.
Sperm.
Shout out to the other one.
Yeah, that was just alluding to last week.
Oh boy.
I've been finding gems lately, man. I tell you. Okay. So question number 3. We'll move past Chewy, but don't worry, Chewy, we haven't forgotten you.
No, we have not.
So speaking of wild animals, did you hear about the woman who was killed by an alligator in Florida on Tuesday?
Another alligator. No.
Another one.
Yeah. So this one, I actually got this article from the New York Times. And what happened is a woman was paddling with her husband in shallow water on Tuesday, and their canoe passed over a large alligator, and it thrashed and tipped over the boat, and she fell on top of the alligator, who proceeded to attack her.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're like, so she died falling on...
No, but hear me out. They were in about 2.5 feet of water, and they rode their canoe over an 11.5-foot alligator.
You do know you're off camera.
I'm messing with you.
I literally stopped because I stared at the screen like, what are you doing?
I shut off the camera for a second there. I was trying to build the scene.
It didn't.
I had like this cool idea. I failed.
Fail.
Effect.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's... I was trying to...
Yeah, so, yeah, but here's the thing. It was this alligator was 11.5 feet, and it was 2.5 feet of water. Like, I feel like, how did you not see the alligator you're floating over? Or were you, like, in your canoe, like, well, there's no other choice. Like, go over the gator.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
that is... I'm trying to search up, like, visuals or an article. What's, the person who wrote this article? Where'd you get it from?
I got this one from the New York Times. It didn't list a person. By Johnny Diaz.
This it right here?
Well, Johnny, you need to...
Well, I guess,
Sorry,
but...
New York Times X's.
Sorry, I'm sure there's numerous articles on this. I just happened to find it on this one.
Yeah,
It's not like you can't type in, woman killed by alligator Tuesday.
We got a comment from Stevie. She probably thought it was a rock. She said.
Or a log.
Or
Yeah.
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 Maybe
see
they
that.
were chewy.
Now, the things they say that, alligator attacks on humans are extremely rare. But, like, the alligator population in Florida exceeds 1 million.
Ooh.
Damn.
Wow.
Alright.
And apparently, this woman was killed by an alligator, and in March, a woman was paddling in that same waterway and was attacked by an 8-foot alligator who bit her elbow. So,
imagine getting your elbow bit.
I'm saying
you're like, I don't know if the person
alligator attacks on humans are extremely rare, but there were 2 of them in the same waterway in the past 3 months.
Hey, all I'm saying is I bet you those otters are out there getting them wild up.
That's too much,
That's
too
it.
plenty.
Remember, guys, we discussed the otters killing the gators.
Yeah.
We did. And boomstick moment, boomstick.
What are you doing?
Boomstick.
I don't get it.
Yes,
Oh.
ladies and gentlemen have allergies. So, Pseudo likes to make fun.
Boomstick. Boomstick.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So the gator just went after the elbow of the one person who was there previously. Now, was that person canoeing? No, right?
No, they were paddling. It didn't say what type of boat.
That's kind of funny. Like, you're just paddling and you get like a little chip on the elbow. It's like,
It could have been a canoe. It could have been, who knows?
like, because gators are wide range. You can get like a little Yeah,
Well, the one that bit the
really
woman on the elbow was 8 feet. The one that killed the woman on Tuesday was 11 feet, 4 inches.
Wow.
Damn.
Much bigger.
Damn.
Size matters when it comes to gators, too.
Yeah, it does. Gators bitches be wearing jimmies, you know what I'm saying? Shout out if your gators bitches be wearing jimmies.
Maybe they were with Chewie before they canoed. Maybe the gator was with Chewie before going back into that waterway.
Maybe Chewie is distributing to the other animals in the area.
Chewie gets around. Like, he was in Florida on Tuesday, back in Ohio, whenever this happened. I don't know.
Yeah, Chewie be out there, like, pedaling.
Look,
He'd be pedaling more than a biker. Shout out to Westy.
come on, MK.
Well-
you know you love Florida.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I will-
You wanna
I-
go back to some Florida.
They did say that, they do urge people to take extra caution near the water during alligator mating season, which is from April to June.
Oh, it was mating season. That person got bit on the elbow. They were about to
The person who got bit on the elbow is fine. They got treated at the hospital. They're fine.
I know.
You keep focusing on the person who got bit on the elbow and not the woman who landed on top of an entire alligator and got killed.
I know. But still, the one with the elbow. Let's go back to that. The one who died, she's dead. We can't talk to her. I want the one with the elbow to come on here as a guest. Can we get her on here as a guest?
They don't
please?
list her name.
If she sees this, I would love to just interview you about how it felt to get your elbow bitten by a gator. I am interested in just like the psychology of what happened to you. Like, are you scared of gators now? Are you more interested in them? What did you do for a tattoo? Because everyone gets a tattoo over a cut from an animal.
No, they don't. You're literally commenting on conversations you and I have had.
Well, wouldn't you? What would you do? Would you get it? Like, if you got bit by an animal,
I told him if I
would
got
you
bit
not
by,
get a tattoo?
I told him if I ever got bit by a shark or a gator, I would fight for my life. But you best believe that either on the bite wound or on where I'm missing the limb, that I would have a tattoo of their jaws.
Oh.
And Pseudo said, isn't that what everybody does? No, that's not what everybody does. That's specifically what your wife / hostage has told you she would do.
So if I got bit on my elbow and my elbow is cracked open, I would get a tattoo that shows my elbow bone, like through it, and it's like bitten off in that area.
Ooh.
And it's just like, it looks like blood and everything.
Oh.
So all the little grooves and stuff looks like blood. It's just gross. Like, embrace it.
Stevie said maybe they're a superhero now and have to protect their identity.
Well, Miles. All I'm going to say about that is, fuck Miles.
Okay.
Yeah. You hear the crowd? Did you hear him? I
Yes, I heard the crowd.
Well, all I'm going to say, Stevie, is if we're going to actually get into this, then Killer Croc was from the comic books, and he was a super villain, not a superhero. Thank you.
did. Okay. Jerry, you got a popping noise in the background.
I do?
Yeah, it's like a weep, weep. Is it your phone?
No, my phone is on vibrate.
Alright, it stopped now. It's not there.
I mean, I heard it too, but
I want to make sure everything was okay. I know you have kids.
It's probably the house phone.
Anyway, so they said the husband did try to intervene, but then the wife got dragged under the water.
Yeah, you know his ass was sitting there like...
It makes me go back to, like, wasn't it in Hawaii where, like, the couple were on their honeymoon and the wife got eaten by a hammerhead or something, and everyone's like, but was it just that? Like,
Yeah. Hey, yo, trust me, if I ever die from an alligator attack, you better check in with the hostage. That's all I'm saying. She has, like, spiritual with them.
Steve, you say either way they have to protect their identity. I want you to know Killer Croc, there's no way to protect his identity. He looked like a giant walking crocodile man, so.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you can Google him. He lived in the sewers, Steve.
Yeah.
Anyway, where all the crocodile and alligator people live.
Shout out to Fuck Miles. The crowd's starting to scream it.
Oh, MK,
Yeah.
she loves it.
Anyway, so yes, that was wild animal question number 2 of the day.
Okay. Thank you for giving us a tour of the jungle. Next question.
I mean, I have 2 other animal questions. Do you want me to touch on those before moving on to others? Do all the animals at once, or
Just go right into the next one.
Maybe
Ready?
I should get my safari hat. Hold on.
Wait, let's get that safari hat out. You ready?
I'm waiting.
Let me know when you got it.
Let me see if I have it.
Let me get some prep on this, guys. Everyone, you ready? You're gonna see safari hat. JR.
So far, we've had a raccoon, we've had a gator.
Safari hat JR is about to come out from the wild. If you like this, give me 1,000 thumbs up and like it right now. Start hitting that like button and do that. I'm being clickbaity. Let's go.
You're very awkward today.
You ready?
Okay.
Ooh, that safari hat, that 5 o'clock shadow. I really think that you're out poaching rhinos.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
All right.
It's an Indiana Jones hat, so you know.
Where's your whip then?
Good question. I don't know.
Where's your snakes then? You mean
In my kid's room.
No. All right. Well, what question number 4, but wild animal question number 3 of the day.
Okay.
Okay.
This one's an update. What do you think my update's about?
I don't know.
It's a wild animal.
Out of anything, I'm gonna go if it's animal related. I hope it's an update on the monkeys in South Carolina. I hope it's an update on.
I'm so sorry. No, like they've been caught for ages.
I know, but I was hoping they got back out.
No.
Liberation for the monkeys.
Nope. That one was great, but no. But it is an update. I guess I talk about animals a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've talked about when
shark.
lions killed the poachers. Yes, it's about the shark. Congratulations. Hey. So.
His bedroom.
If I want you gone, you won't be found. She has tons of words to make sure it's accurate. Anyway, so this is an update. Remember when he talked about the shark bite alert system that 16-year-old wanted to be put into law after losing her arm in a shark attack?
Yeah.
Down in Florida, like Alabama, Florida, and she's doing it in Alabama, and we made fun of it. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Like, shark attacks are so rare. Okay.
Yeah.
It was just signed into law.
Pause.
Whoa.
I'd already said it.
Oh.
I said it was just signed into law, and then you said pause
I know,
into the drum
I was
roll.
trying to get you to pause beforehand.
You didn't. I said it, and then you said pause afterwards.
Oh.
Give us the Indiana Jones voice.
Wait. Pause real quickly. Pause the show real quick. JR, I want to hear that Indiana voice.
I don't have the Indiana
Indiana
Jones. What
Jones.
the hell is that? I mean, I can't
Come
do
on,
Harrison
come
Ford.
Well,
on.
you need to have one now.
Earn the JR Michael follow right now. Come on. Someone go out there and follow him on social media.
So
for
what
this.
am I supposed to say?
I don't know. Just maybe let's look up some Indiana Jones taglines. Let's
Okay,
start with that.
fair
What's his
enough.
biggest tagline?
let's
Voice in the back of the room.
I don't know.
I'm gonna do it.
All you have to do is sound like Harrison Ford.
How do you sound like Harrison Ford?
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, how
I
do
don't
you
even
do
know what he
that?
says.
If an adventure has a name, it has to be Indiana Jones.
No,
Okay, the
you
only
do not
thing
sound like
I
Harrison
know-
Ford.
The only thing I know is when he saw snakes. Snakes. I hate snakes.
There you go, guys.
That was way better.
that was
way
on
better.
point. Okay.
How about? Hold on. A legend will face his destiny.
A legend will face his death.
A legend will face his destiny.
Hold on. A legend will face his destiny.
See, this is why you're in showbiz.
Hashtag.
Well, you're supposed to play the Indiana Jones theme in the background.
I mean,
I don't have that.
Granted, if I did a better Harrison Ford Indiana Jones than you two, that would have been really concerning.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Let's go back to the questions.
No, the look was all the sound effects are too much. Anyway.
Oh, they are.
There's a lot.
Oh. Okay. I'm trying to learn a balance over here. You guys are growing with me.
All right. Anyway, so yes, the Alabama governor signed the shark bite alert system into law.
It's law now.
Officially.
So if you see a shark, you must report it so I can check the webcam.
No. If a shark bites someone.
You must report it so I can check the webcam.
Right? This isn't, oh, there's sharks, because the alert system would be going off all the time.
Oh, yeah, by the way, let me catch you up.
It would be permanent.
Let me catch you up if you're not caught up on this. All right.
Okay.
I want this thing to go in place. It is an alert system on text message via text message that every time there is a shark attack in this state, what state is it in?
This is Alabama.
Alabama. In Alabama, there's an alert system that will text everybody. And I want to be in the text chain for this so I could check the local webcams for storm stuff that happens on the ocean side. Because then I could possibly see a shark attack live. Hashtag goals. Now give me a link to this thing. I don't know if anyone can. I don't think it's possible. But
I mean, you don't live in Alabama.
I don't live in Alabama. If anyone lives in Alabama, please get a link to this thing.
I know people who live in Alabama.
Give me a link to this thing.
Anyway, so we discussed this a few weeks ago, and we were like, "This is a dumb system." Like shark bites, shark attacks are so rare. I feel like they're signing it into law because a 16-year-old petitioned the state house, and now they're like, "Well, hell, a teenager who lost part of her leg and her arm is petitioning us to do this. The least we could do is be like, I guess."
Yeah.
They're like, we need young blood in the politics game. Let's get the 16-year-old more motivated by agreeing with her dumb idea.
Yeah. JR, what's your thoughts? Now that it's going into play and we can actually get a part of this. Are you going to watch anything with us? I'm going to make you big camera so everyone knows.
You just put me on the spot. What do I think about it? 16-year-old? Interesting. A little twist in the plot of the story. See where
Wait.
What are we talking about, JR?
We're talking about the passed into law, what you were just saying.
What got passed into law?
The shark attack, crocodile.
What was it?
I don't know the name. I don't remember the
Yay,
name.
shark attack alert
Shark
system.
attack.
We got it.
Shark attack. You're doing pretty good.
I'm so proud of you.
I was listening. I was listening.
You have to realize the way that you spoke for a second there, we were both like, does he even know?
Hashtag moments.
Anyway, they're naming the shark attack alert system after the 16-year-old. So it's called the Lulu Gribbon Shark Alert System Act.
Lulu. It sounds so tropical. It's like, hey.
That's her name, Lulu Gribbon.
She's a tropical. No wonder why she was out there. She's tropical as hell. Like, that's a tropical name if I've ever heard one. You sound like a mixed drink I get on a beachfront.
So the direct quote, right?
Okay.
So Gribbon was with Ivy, right? That's the governor when she signed the bill into law. So Governor Ivy said, quote, "The added tool of having a shark alert system will help officials in Baldwin and Mobile counties keep our beachgoers safe and enjoying the refreshing waters of our Gulf of America."
That's going to be interesting.
They said the earlier version would have allowed for an alert for an imminent danger when sharks are spotted near the shoreline. But since sharks are like always near the shoreline, that wouldn't have worked. And that's what I was just saying. Like, sharks are in the water. They live there.
Right.
That's true.
I mean, if you're gonna put an alert system, why not have it to where they carry it, but it sends a shock to the shark? They wouldn't
Like
want
how
that.
he just, you noticed that it sounded like a shock went through the system right there?
Yeah.
That was not done with sound effects, despite me doing all the sound effects tonight.
I'm
That
I'm just
was
saying.
purely accidental, and it was way better than whatever I did. So I'm gonna play a sound effect for that.
But think about it. I mean, come on, you're right. Sharks are in the water. You need something to sting them.
Sharks.
Sharks are in the water. Men are in the water. Well, I'm quoting Jaws.
I know. We both honed in on the same thing.
400 men are in the water. Sharks are in the water.
Sharks are in the water.
Only 100 of them came out.
Only 100 came out.
Yeah, well, you know.
We're gonna need a bigger fucking boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. Oh, shut up. I was just gonna say that. Oh.
Yo, by the way, this summer, I want every single person in the world to experience this. Hashtag for Caitlin's
Shark
birthday,
Attack.
July 2nd. The voice in the back of the room.
Oh,
I
we're
want
celebrating
e-
my birthday this year, not 4th
I
of July.
want
That's
every
nice.
single person in the world to get a pool and sit in their backyard and watch Jaws in a pool.
Are you serious?
I will
It's-
say, A Renee put a whole bunch of red lights in her pool, and Pseudo brought this big blow up projector, and in her backyard, they put Jaws on for me while I got to swim in her pool watching it while it was lit up red.
Yeah.
And
That's
her
pretty
kids
cool.
were supposed to go to sleep, but there was no going to sleep when Aunt Caitlin was in a red pool watching Jaws, so we ended up making like a whirlpool while doing it.
Yo, and trust me, Uncle Vinny, that's where I get called around these parts.
Uncle Benny, actually.
Uncle Benny is
I
really good at making whirlpools.
I miss when they used to say Uncle Benny.
Yo. I'm that fat guy that like knows to go backwards and tilt his ass down so where he can make a whirlpool work better.
There's so much I could say about that.
Do not edit that
How do you make a whirlpool? How do you make a whirlpool? Well, fat man got to throw it back.
Oh shit! I gotta lose some weight. Get that personal trainer over here.
Uh,
I'm going for it right now. The Beatguy needs it.
I was just wondering if the comments are the same thing that happened last week.
No.
All right. Question number 5. I have one more animal question for you guys.
Oh really? Oh
Okay.
really?
I told you 4 of the questions are animal specific this week. So I figure we might as well just roll with it, right?
Yeah, get those.
Okay. So we've discussed poaching quite a few times on this channel, right? Like
We're in poaching
lions
on it.
lions killing poachers, elephants killing poachers, yada 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 yada, right?
Yada,
poaching
yada, yada,
poaching of ants. We just talked about that 2 weeks ago. All of the poaching of plants. We've talked about poaching of succulents. Like we've talked about poaching up a wazoo. Okay, so with that in mind, there's been a recent poaching trend in New York City that has been resulting in rallies and protests. What do you think it's about?
they're poaching pigeons.
They are poaching pigeons.
No way.
Yes.
Yup.
Yo.
Yes.
What
JR,
were they called in
I'm
Grand
so
Theft
proud
Auto?
of you.
What are pigeons called in Grand Theft Auto? Do you know?
Squab.
No, I don't know.
Do you know what they were called in Grand Theft Auto? You call them it. You don't even know it, but you call them it. It's what everybody in the area calls them.
Rats.
Yes, kind of.
Flying rats.
Flying rats.
I call them
Flying
squab.
rats.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, in Grand Theft Auto they were called flying rats.
There, a lot of people call them flying rats. Flying
Nice.
rodents. So yeah, apparently on Wednesday, dozens of animal rights activists rallied underneath a gigantic pigeon statue that is located on the High Line in Manhattan to try to draw attention to an ongoing poaching trend where people are poaching pigeons.
Oh my god.
What are you poaching them for?
So I got this article.
What are you poaching them for? Are people in like other countries buying them?
No, they're probably eating them, dude. So I got this article from AMNY and it was written by Dean Moses. But yeah, so what happened is this protest came after a Pennsylvania man had been apprehended in East Village, Tompkins Square Park on April 30th when he was netting pigeons. But when he got arrested, the police found a van that he had on site that had already contained 25 caged pigeons.
Wow. And what is he going to do with these things?
I don't know. They're commonly taken out of state to be used as hunting fodder. That's what it says here.
Yep. And by the way, guys, sorry if I keep looking at my phone. My sisters are in a bad storm. I'm just checking in on them. There's a bunch of like tornadoes out by their house.
Getting back to the pigeon poaching.
Yes.
Okay. I love my sisters-in-law. Just time and place.
Yes.
Pigeon poaching. So, yeah, they said that animal rights groups were, like, feeling vindicated because apparently they've been complaining about this practice for a while. And they're very excited that somebody called the police on this man. But there's an anthropologist, John DeLeonardo, who alleged at the rally that was held on May 7th, stating, I think this is a relatively sophisticated ring of guys that are bringing these animals to Pennsylvania. So this anthropologist is like, this is a very sophisticated group of people who are trafficking pigeons to use as hunting fodder in Pennsylvania.
I would like to do an interview also with the people who are hunting pigeons. So if you're out there and you want to get caught, please contact me.
Very sophisticated.
Because you'll probably get caught the second you do it.
Listen,
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hide.
Somebody's going to take my pigeon.
I'm going to let you be exposed.
Somebody's going to take one of my pigeons, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to call them and be like, I have a very particular set of skills.
Oh my God.
Shout out with JR. JR has a particular set of skills. You know what they are?
Yeah, I like to know what they are.
They're the boomstick.
So, a lot of New Yorkers have been talking about the large decrease in flocks. Tina Trachtenberg, also known as Mother Pigeon, says she has noticed about 150 fewer birds in the flock that she often feeds.
Wow.
While Margaret Lee, a pigeon advocate, claims she has seen the loss of about 700 birds in one day.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Who's an advocate for pigeons? Who's like...
Mother Pigeon is.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Mother Pigeon.
Is there anything about Mother Pigeon that I can find an image of?
I'm really having a Home Alone 2 moment here.
Yeah, I'm hoping she looks like that.
Yeah.
Tina Trachtenberg, also known as Mother Pigeon.
Mother Pigeon. Sound like a comic book.
Oh my goodness. So they also said in this that there was a young man who traveled 9 hours from Ohio. Ohio's big on our podcast today. From Ohio with his pet pigeon named Osprey to celebrate the bird's first birthday. He brought him to take photos with his pet in front of the pigeon statue when he came across the protest.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I can't verify this. But this is the image that I found. Yes, she does look like the Home Alone woman.
Wow. Mother Pigeon.
Oh, can I zoom in on this? Will it work? No, it's not gonna let me zoom in. It's not a good resolution.
You know, that's insane. We got a comment down below. The pigeons have more rights than men. Oh my God.
You do. Yeah. Although, if you ask the people who are complaining about the pigeon poaching, they would say no, that's not true, because they're criticizing Manhattan's district attorney's office, saying that their prosecutors are not taking the trend seriously.
All I'm going to say is I'm going to quote A&A on this. I'm going to quote it again. A woman got a raccoon to smoke meth with the possibilities for a penguin are... Well, pigeons are endless, Benny. Endless, Benny.
Endless.
Yeah. Binny's gonna become a tag. I'm gonna make it a tag. I'm gonna tag this right now. We're gonna put some Binny in here.
So the person who was arrested got charged with a misdemeanor.
Really?
Binny.
Wow.
And he was free to go following arraignment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess when the pigeon has trouble, you know who to call. The pigeon lady.
The Pigeon Busters.
Oh, yeah, nope. They have a picture of Mother Pigeon on this article.
Is that really her? Can we verify that was Mother Pigeon?
Oh my goodness.
Is that Mother Pigeon? I'm going to share this again with you guys all.
I could definitely hear the commercial.
That's...
I've been on the High Line, but not when the High Line had a big pigeon statue.
So is this Mother Pigeon?
You're having
it's a pigeon.
No, the statue's a pigeon.
Oh, I can't see the... Can I see the person?
Being poached.
Oh, that is Mother Pigeon.
Mother Pigeon.
Oh, I'm going to play the video.
Big Flavor
Oh my goodness.
is back.
No.
Get the Colby Jack Pub Burger before it's gone.
I
at
take off
Colby's.
my headphones every
We've got
time I
about
play video.
50 million followers.
It's so loud.
It is so loud, and I am not watching this commercial. Sorry, guys. We're done sharing.
It's all right.
You could.
When you know.
Anyway,
you
yeah.
could
Show her again, Mother Pigeon.
All right, you know what? I'll show Mother Pigeon again. I realized I was not showing her right there. I thought I was. I was not.
Definitely make a phone call.
Here's some Mother Pigeon right here.
Some
Mother Pigeon out here.
She looks like.
Yeah, it's
she could
freezing
go-
up.
Wow.
Mother
Yeah, she looks like she can go to mile with you, JR. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. I was trying to, kind of make a joke that when they have those commercials for lawyers, you have it for this woman. When you're a pigeon and you're suffering from poaching, please dial 1-888-5674. Mother Pigeon.
Mother Pigeon.
I want you to know that if they made a movie about the epidemic of pigeon poaching in New York City, and Mother Pigeon was a primary character, in the rallies in this movie, Pseudo would watch it.
I would watch it.
Actually, I bet it would make a great movie.
Yeah, it would make a great movie.
I
And
bet
I'm
it would
gonna
make
let
a
you-
great
I'm going to
movie.
be very frank with you. If you're making a movie about that, let me get a role in that. I would love to play a homeless person, or a crazy person, or just anything that looks like Pseudo.
And then we all stayed quiet. Listen, unless you look like Mother Pigeon, I don't want to hear it, Pseudo.
I would dress up. I would make myself look like Mother Pigeon. I would even talk with an accent. I would make it work. I'd find a way to sound like Fran Dresser. For some reason, I think that voice would be the voice of Mother Pigeon.
I don't know.
Hi guys.
No. I'm picturing like, I'm trying to act all nice with nice voice, but then she sees somebody take a pigeon and she pulls out a machine gun.
Oh, so hi guys.
She's like the Rambo of New York. She'll save the pigeons.
Don't touch my phone.
Like somebody kills a pigeon and she shoots them and they try to arrest her for murder and she's like, they drew first blood.
So it'll be like, hi, don't touch my pigeon.
That is.
Don't touch my pigeon.
Amazing.
Don't touch my pigeon.
She goes, I am Mother Pigeon. That was one of my children. I seek
JR,
vengeance.
JR, how would you see her?
Who, Mother Pigeon?
How would she sound? If you had to play her in something, how would it be?
She would sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh,
do your
I can
voice.
see that.
Do your voice.
You throw me on the spot again.
Yeah, I even made the screen bigger. It's really the
Let me
spot.
see. How can I do this?
Mother pigeon.
She gets angry at someone for messing with her pigeon.
Call me
And
mother
she gets to
pigeon.
attack. I'm the one attacking her. What you talking about, woman?
No. Oh my gosh.
Seriously?
People are poaching
Yeah, really?
poaching pigeons to
This
Pennsylvania.
pigeon's coming home with me and going to Pennsylvania.
Do not poach me.
Imagine that poor soul that drove 9 hours from Ohio to celebrate his pet pigeon's first birthday just to stumble upon this rally and realize the awful business that's happening in New York City with pigeon poaching.
Unbelievable. Face paint tears. Wow.
Yeah, that was actually a really good Mother Pigeon. I'm not gonna lie, you really killed Mother Pigeon. And I was just obnoxious on the sideline. I'm trying to.
Oh, I
trying to
thought
get
you
some
said she
skills.
looks like a real mother pigeon, the one in the picture you were talking about.
She really does look like a mother pigeon.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Do you,
absolutely. I was so excited to tell you guys about the pigeon poaching.
do you think when she waves her hand, you see the pigeon flying away? You know, like I know that's
Yeah, when she lifts her dress, like all the pigeons live underneath it.
oh
Yeah.
wow. No place like home.
Well, I was thinking about that what was it that that nursery rhyme or whatever where the woman had all the kids that lived under her skirt.
Yeah, what was that? I forgot about that.
I don't remember that one, but I remember it. Like, it's weird because I don't remember what it was, but I remember it. Sounds like a story that Uncle Benny would tell them.
I'm trying to Google it. Yeah, even the kids were little and couldn't say their V's. They called him Uncle Benny.
That's cute. You know, they should you should create a movie or a show. Next Door with Uncle Benny.
Next Door with Uncle Benny. That
Yeah.
sounds like the creepiest shit I've ever heard.
Oh no, not really. It's just you telling stories, and they're coming over to hear Uncle Benny's fascinating events, and then it'll flash back to you, well, the character doing it. You know, whatever the character is doing.
You'll be like Mother Goose.
Yeah.
Next Door with Uncle Benny.
Yep.
Uncle Benny.
Uncle Benny.
Uncle Benny.
Uncle Benny. Yeah.
But you can't be an uncle in it. It makes it weird.
Yeah, unless it's weekend. At
Do you
Uncle
get my
Benny's.
joke?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I know.
Thank
we have
you.
a friend.
Anyway, I don't know. Mother Pigeon looks like a badass anyway.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She probably has a wand like Harry Potter.
She might. Who knows what she'll do with those pigeons, but you better beware.
You think she eats them?
I think that, you know,
She might.
if the birds happened, she would be one of the only survivors.
I mean, if you were hungry, would you eat a pigeon? I wonder what a pigeon tastes like.
Squab.
Chicken.
Squab.
What do you think I'm saying when I say squab?
I think that you're about to break into a Kendrick Lamar song.
You really don't know. So every time I've called them squab, you have no idea.
I know what squab is.
Okay, squab.
Squab.
Anyway, that is my...
I do think Kendrick Lamar song is about to play.
I have more questions, but that was my last animal-based one of the night, I promise.
We're out of the animals.
Listen, I started with the raccoon knowing that you guys would talk about it a lot. I did the other two that I knew would be shorter, and then I did the pigeon poaching because I knew we'd be talking about it a lot.
That is funny.
All right.
Did we have an article before about pigeon poaching in New York? I think this is the second one, right?
Nope. I promise you I'd remember pigeon poaching.
Wow. And then I have deja vu.
We do talk about a lot of stuff in New York, but yeah, I feel like I would definitely recall pigeon poaching, especially Mother Pigeon, if she was involved.
All right, one minute. JR, can you act out Mother Pigeon in the attack of Mother Pigeon? Can you do this real quickly? I want to see the attack of Mother Pigeon from your perspective.
What do you mean?
She's
What do
attacking.
you mean?
What do you mean?
He's talking like Mother Pigeon.
No, you keep your voice, but she's attacking people. She's like
She's
fighting.
attacking people.
Her voice probably changes to be suddenly like Jurassic like.
Oh, yeah. All
He
right.
did it right.
All right.
You call me on the spot all the time. I don't.
It's fun.
I'll bring in Uncle Palsy.
Oh, guest starring Uncle Palsy. Stop, Renee. There's an inside joke behind that one. All right. We're going to go ahead and pop into our next question here. All right.
Okay.
So I know that we usually do current events, okay? But I did stumble upon a story from 2023, and I just honestly couldn't help but bring it here for discussion.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I find it very funny. Okay. So, this is actually from 2023, okay? Have you heard of Clint Brewer?
Nope.
No.
Well, Clint Brewer was arrested after attacking close to a dozen people at a local vegan restaurant, Larry's Secret Garden, in Ojai, California, in 2023. How do you think that assault went? You got arrested for assaulting like a dozen people. What do you think he assaulted them with? Let's say that.
Telekinesis.
He walked in there naked.
He wasn't naked.
Telekinesis.
It wasn't telekinesis.
He put on some type of...
He attacked them with ketchup packets. He attacked them with ketchup packets.
Okay, he didn't attack them with ketchup packets, but you're getting closer with the food reference.
He went into
Okay.
live.
Maybe
He did. He did. Yes. JR. Yes. So it's a vegan restaurant. Vegan restaurant. He walks in with raw steaks in each hand. Not one hand. In each hand.
Did he have his hand like tucked into it, like he cut a little slit? In it
And he proceeded to walk from he walked from table to table, slapping people in the face with these bloody cuts of meat.
He's like, "You vegan."
It's a vegan restaurant.
Yo, you know, all the girls that had to watch cheerleader movies growing up, you know he used his jazz fingers.
Oh my goodness. Mind you, this is a vegan restaurant. He walked through slapping, going from table to table, slapping people in the face with these cuts of meat, yelling at each of them. If you don't...
If you don't...
No, it wasn't you, JR. It's a stupid sound effect. He does it right in the middle.
Okay, just continue.
It's just worst timing, dude. Okay. Slapping each of them, yelling, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
Do you think they ate their meat afterwards?
Oh man, yeah. He said, "Here, slap my meat."
So they said
he wasn't there beating meat in public.
He did this over. He did this over and over again until he was stopped. So
over and over.
He was walking by people, slapping them in the face with steaks. Until he hit his 12th victim, and that's when someone intervened. So, mind you, here,
did they
heard of me.
Pause the music on the radio and start playing, "Ooh, baby, I like it raw."
Oh, man.
But here's my thing. That means this guy walked in, crazed. He's 73 at this time, mind you. So, 73-year-old man walks in wielding raw steaks on each hand of this vegan restaurant. And he starts slapping people in the face, screaming, if you don't eat your meat, you don't get any pudding, right? How are you going to eat your pudding if you don't eat any meat? And he makes it to a 12th person. Like, you would think at that point, like, these people are just sitting in their seats, like, oh, he's not going to walk over and slap me with that steak. Like, he made his point. Like, when you were the 12th person getting slapped, like, at some point you didn't get up from your table, like, no. Right. Not slapping me with a steak, 73-year-old man.
You're not doing
That's
it.
bloody.
No steak prints on me.
So, yeah, he was tackled and restrained.
What kind of cut was it? What kind of cut?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It was lean, 80%.
It was lean. Yeah.
So what he said is, he apparently he was a lifelong resident, and he's not a fan of the vegan restaurants taking over a city. This is a direct quote from Clint Brewer. There used to be a time you could choose from several different places to enjoy a steak on a Friday night. Now you're lucky if you could find one. All of these meatless options are silly, overpriced, and un-American. What about the folks that want some beef and don't care for your unkept armpits and electric cars? Well, the town I love doesn't give a shit about us anymore.
So if Ron Swanson was a real human being,
now, they said 3 people were sent to the hospital with superficial wounds. Like, are you kidding me? Come on now.
Yeah. What did he do? He
slapped them in the face. But this is where it gets really funny. Most of the injuries were of the emotional variety, and all the victims had a chance to speak with grief counselors.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I mean, they got I'm not gonna lie. That probably the judge looked at it, and the judge or whoever was issuing the grief counsel was like, "Oh, they got beat with meat." Oh, beat the meat. That's probably what happened. They watched someone beat their meat in public. They need grief counseling.
Could you?
He was held on a $10,000 bail while district attorneys were trying to determine what to even charge him with. They were just trying to figure out what charges should even be brought up against him.
Yeah.
Indecent exposure.
He's a 70-year-old man, went in there and started slapping people's faces with his meat. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
pretty, that's pretty
Raw,
bad.
raw
And it was bloody.
Steaks.
Bloody.
Yeah,
it was bloody hell.
He should have worn Lady Gaga's meat dress. That's what I heard. I said, beat the meat.
Man. Beat the meat.
Yeah, you know you're
right.
I wonder if he like just beat it when he walked in, like.
I mean,
instead of "Ooh, baby, I like."
Listen,
did he have like a playlist to get through?
I get these people are vegan. But for them to be like,
Right.
I need to speak to a grief counselor. I'm like, what are you grieving the cow? Like,
I mean,
because
I grieve the death of the cow that was used to assault me.
I think as a society, we should be more prepared for someone to sporadically come in and attack than we are, because, like, I don't know.
I would have been like, wow, I'm relieved that the attack I was a part of was a man slapping me with a steak and not something else.
Yeah.
That's bad. Meat all up in your face.
So I have a question. You guys told me it was going to be very hard to outdo Chewy with the meth pipe. Does a man walking into a vegan restaurant slapping people with raw steaks?
No.
Does it help? Does it even get close?
No, it gets close. I don't think it does. You think it does. I think it gets close. That's about it. That's the most I can give it. You know why?
Can I say it again?
A raccoon smoking meth, and it's on video in the passenger seat of a car, and not just once. He's smoking a meth pipe when he gets pulled over, and we had the video. We pulled it up. If you didn't see it, rewind. It's in a link in the comments. But there was a raccoon smoking meth out of a pipe, and he smoked it. And then the cop took it away, and he smoked another meth pipe from the car. This second one is what makes it top it.
Okay, but this is also a 73-year-old man walked into a vegan restaurant.
Right.
Double fisting raw steaks.
Exactly.
Double fisting raw steaks, slapping people in the face, saying, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? And he made it to victim number 12 before somebody stopped him. That means these fucking people just sat there letting him beat them with his meat. Like,
I mean, they're vegan.
That sounds so bad, but yeah.
I said it badly on purpose.
But yeah, could you imagine? Come on, Pseudo. You're sitting there having your vegan meal, and out of left field, you get pounded in the face and palmed with 2 bloody steaks and say, if you don't eat your meat, you get no pudding. Smack my meat.
Yeah,
like, I mean,
I'm sorry. If you were in that restaurant, how did you not burst out laughing? Even if I am a vegan, on some level, I burst out laughing at the man smacking everyone with raw steaks. I'm sorry.
The whole time I'm sitting here, all I'm imagining is the guy from Six Flags. Remember the old man from Six Flags? This guy right here. I'm imagining him running through there, beating people with meat in both hands, just like smacking them up. Just like, here we go.
You can pull up a picture of him.
What does he actually look like? I'm going to pull it up real quickly.
His name's
that's insane.
Clint Brewer.
Clinton?
But you know what's interesting?
Clint.
Is how you...
Not Clinton. Clint.
It's interesting he made it to the 12th person.
I can't see it. No.
That's unbelievable. He made it to 12 people, and nobody said anything after the 5th person.
Yeah, that's my thing. You managed to slap 12 people with these steaks, and you're double. It's not one steak. You're double fisting steaks. You have steaks in each hand.
Oh man, he double fisted.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. This guy is a legend. I'm just saying, legend.
Yeah, an image of him right now.
Because you know what's hilarious?
you guys gotta see this. You guys gotta see this. This here's the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Everything that we've talked about so far.
The picture they have of him is glorious, I just assure you.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Do I have the ability? No, I can't play a drum roll for this.
Please don't.
You ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
And he's licking his lips as.
So, like I said, I normally do current events, but this happened 2 years ago. But I was like, this is recent enough that I'm like, fantastic.
This is
Fantastic.
Beauty. This is beauty right here.
Hilarious.
All right.
And nothing against vegetarianism or veganism or anything like that, but it's hard not to find this hilarious.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, we have meat alternative foods in our house, and along with actual meat, but like, hilarious.
I think what he heard was, when it comes to beating meat, it's different strokes for different folks, and he said, yes, exactly.
But could you
hit him with a
imagine?
different stroke every
Could you
time.
imagine? So I didn't say what cut of meat, but could you imagine
Yeah.
if he got like went out and spent like a lot of money on them? Like, these are hella expensive cuts of meat.
He was just tenderizing them. I
Yeah,
hope he
but-
got to eat it later. He was like, "You're gonna tenderize this meat. Here's a bunch of vegans. Let me do it."
No, what I'm just saying. Let's say the story. Let's take it one step further. Let's say the story was he didn't go to a restaurant. Let's say he went to his neighbor's house because they were vegan. Walked in their front door, went to their kitchen, smacked both of them, and left and said, "Oh, if you don't eat your meat, you have no pudding." What would you think of that?
I would be like, oh, Clint has dementia.
Oh, good answer.
Because if it was me, and I was a vegan and that happened to me, like, I feel like, and he's 73, I'd be like, oh, he's finally losing it. It's happening.
Yeah.
I think I would call A. Renee. I would call her and be like, you're never going to fucking believe what just happened. That's what I would do. I would call Stevie and be like, Steva, you're never going to fucking believe what just happened. I would call all my friends.
You guys would all be getting phone calls. Hey, this man just came into public and started beating people with his meat. What? Did he, like, was he...
I'd be like, a
walking
stranger
people?
just...
Was he just walking around just being like, mushroom tattoo?
So I was going to say, stranger just broke into my kitchen and slapped me across the face with his meat. My friends would be like, pardon?
And are you talking
Yeah, right?
Are you talking about Stranger that Pseudo does his music with? Shout out, future music coming out.
That was a horrible...
Kids are here.
plug.
I have to go get them.
Oh, remember the headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
And that means we're having our JR's walking off camera question.
Yeah, what's the question tonight?
Isn't the question, what show are you watching right now?
Yes, what show are we watching right now? Well, currently we are watching a documentary about a serial killer in Indianapolis on Hulu. I don't remember the name.
But it's happened in the 90s.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But we're also watching Righteous Gemstones. I think we kind of got the kick of it around Easter.
And I have to watch the series finale of The Happy Face Killer.
Oh yeah, the Happy Face.
Another serial killer one, of course.
And we just watched the series finale of St. Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a sitcom about a hospital. But
And when I'm working out, I like to watch The Great British Bake Off.
yeah.
It's like my workout show. I love it. I don't know why.
And sports-wise, I've been keeping up with the Pacers. That's about it for basketball. Just keeping up with the Pacers. Shout out to the Pacers right now. They moved to Indiana, and I'm kind of just going to bandwagon them. I decided that's the team I'm going to pick up here.
Well, you don't have a basketball team anyway.
Yeah, Jersey left us like some terrible, terrible people.
All right. Well,
Shout out to the Nets.
I wanna hear from our commenters. What are you guys watching right now? This is our go-to JR walked out of the room question. What are you all watching right now this week?
Yeah, every time you see JR get up and leave, just start commenting what shows you're watching. Or movies. I also seen Thunderbolts this week. Wow. Thunderbolts might be one of the top 5 Avengers movies. Or Marvel movie of all time.
Listen, the movie was great, but at this point, I'm really sick of having to co-sign his love of the movie.
Yeah, I love
He
it.
literally has made me co-sign it at least 5 times now.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to bring her in on this one. She did that herself. See, that's what happens when you make them co-sign 1,000 times. When it's time for them to co-sign, they just do it naturally.
I don't think that was a co-sign. I thought that was a complaint.
I think that was a co-sign. That was a co-sign that you co-signed already. That was a double co-sign. That was like a co-sign in math. You can get the angle out of that. Is no one watching TV?
It's been a busy week.
I know.
Yeah, I've done a lot. I haven't been watching a lot. I've been doing a lot this week.
Yeah, you made bagels this week.
I did make bagels today.
Yeah, it was tasty.
Well, that's because we're here in Indiana, and like for the life of me, I needed a good bagel, so I had to take matters into my own hands, and I have to say I am very impressed with my bagel making skills.
Oh, we celebrated Cinco de Mayo twice this week.
We celebrated Siete de Mayo this week.
And Cinco de Mayo. we did a double dip and we've been eating tacos every night basically.
I have a lot of leftovers.
I even went out for tacos at work one day this week.
Look at you.
Yeah. Just TV shows just haven't been on the forefront, huh? Kind of like not there.
It's getting nice out, so people are outside, man.
Yeah, we've been taking a lot of walks.
Well, what else have been people doing? What have you all been up to this week besides work? I want to hear about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know what your life's like. Why are you here after 9 p.m. on a Thursday? Where are your kids at?
No, that's at 10 p.m. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? It is. They don't, because it's 9:30. It's fine. They still have a half hour to find out.
Yeah, they do. Hashtag your kids are still out there.
Like, listen, JR just got up. He knows where his kids are, so he's doing better with a half hour to spare.
Yeah, he's like, I'm above the law. By the way, Righteous Gemstones, really good show. Every season so far has gotten better.
Are you looking for me to talk about it?
Would you say every season got better?
I just think it's unexpectedly good.
Yeah, like when you hear the premise, you'd be like, oh, it's just another Danny McBride show.
That's kind of how I felt about it when I first saw the trailer, and then you had me watch it, and I was like, I really like this. It's very funny. So.
Oh yeah, Dark Flow Media. I heard about that. You stripped an entire car of everything.
Ooh.
To replace the... What were you replacing? What's the exact verbiage that you used? Or whatever.
How manly of you, Dark Flow.
Yeah, seriously. Fuck Miles.
That's impressive. I would never let Pseudo strip the car.
That's a dangerous thing to let me do.
He's only allowed to strip when he's bringing me the money from tips.
Bum, bum, bum. She a pimp.
His tip money's mine.
Shout out to the female pimps out there. We have one we talked about a few episodes ago.
Alright. Did we?
Yeah, remember the girl who was like pimping a guy out?
No.
Oh no, she was the pimp for girls and she only took 10%.
Yeah, she was a mistress. A madame. Anyway, I have 2 more questions.
It was your head unit that you replaced, huh? What, yeah. That's difficult because you have a European car, if I remember correctly.
Right. Anyway, I have 2 more questions. I think it's best if we go to the next one.
Yeah, let's just go.
Well, no one's saying what they're watching on TV.
Yeah, no one said anything about television. They didn't know this would be a prerequisite. Make JR screen smaller.
Half of them already bounced. They're like, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to save this last one for somebody for...
Okay.
Oh,
I'm back.
hello.
Hello. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was about to make Pseudo answer a question because he was really trying to push that, and it was really painstaking.
And JR put on a hat in that time period.
Yeah.
He's no longer Indiana and took off his aviators.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, you look like a dad now.
Yeah,
Aww. I gotta put on the father face.
Just in case you forgot, it's live with JR Michael. I know he just changed entirely, but it's still him.
It's still JR and Pseudo still psst.
Pseudo stealths.
He's still psst,
No.
which you would get, but Pseudo gave everyone the wrong link, so people don't understand that.
Oh yeah.
JR psst. Anyway, no, they do. I think actually we were in the show by that time. All right, heading into our next question here. So there is a primary marker that is being used to assess if people are aging healthily.
Oh, really?
Yes. What do you think that primary marker is?
Red.
What?
Primary color. Sorry.
I'm clueless on this one.
Sorry, Pete.
What did he say?
What
Yeah.
kind
Dark Flow said stripping and head. Okay, so it's a marker for human health, and it's a test that they do to assess for people being able to live to 100. Right, so most people think blood pressure, cholesterol. Like, what do you guys think it is? What is the marker?
Oh, okay. It is urine calcium buildup.
No. Nope.
So,
Nope. Nope.
can you give us a hint?
It's a muscle.
Oh, wait. Liver.
That's
No. Yeah, no, that's not.
that's an organ.
Yeah.
Is it a brain marker?
That's an organ.
No,
I said it's a muscle.
I thought a brain was a muscle.
Yeah.
All right, so a muscle. It's being worldwide. This is considered a marker for human health and a test for whether people are going to live to 100, and it's considered to be the best metric for healthy aging. Okay, your grip strength.
Really?
Your grip strength. Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Death. Dark Flow said death. Getting up.
So, the other day when I couldn't open the ice cream container from Talante, it showed that I was dying inside.
Now, I want you to know that when I read this article, which was written by Andy Corbley, so what website did I get it from? Is
Good News Network.
correct?
Good News
Andy
Network.
Corbley from the Good News Network. Andy Corbley has his name back in the articles, by the way. Now,
Oh,
I
he
guess
noticed that we stopped shouting
I guess
him
he
out.
realized that. I guess he realized that whether he put his name there or not, we still shouted him out. Yeah, I actually read this article thinking about your difficulty opening the Talenti gelato.
Yeah, I had a hard time opening a thing of gelato. And I now think I'm just aging exponentially. I'm getting older too fast to handle.
Yeah, Carrie said grip strength. It's also your muscle mass. Exactly. Muscle, 100%, but grip strength, yep. It's associated with positive health outcomes. So that could deal with all the way from diabetes risk to depression. Grip strength is associated.
Huh.
Really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
So I'm just going to say this. Whenever, how do I say this politely and be able to keep it on there? The guy who created cornflakes must be rolling over in his bed.
I know. I knew you were going to bring masturbation into this.
The guy who created cornflakes. So cornflakes was created to stop masturbation in young men.
Are you serious?
Like that would ever work.
Yeah, they thought it would work. But that guy must be rolling over in his grave because now that makes you live longer.
So pretty much what what they said is it's not so much like, hey, you could get that can open, that person couldn't, you're going to live longer than them. What they're saying is grip strength is an efficient proxy to assess for total muscle conditioning. So grip strength is a proxy for overall nutrition, physical activity, and disease profiles.
They use it with strokes as well, as MK pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
If she grips it right, she's good.
Well, she grips. Do you want to live with her for 100 years? If she grips it right, you might have to worry about that.
And if she doesn't, you might have to get rid of her before 100 years. That might be where this logic's going.
Oh,
Right?
Damn.
I thought that was also a cool thing that you guys would be interested in with the grip strength, and I knew it would come up with a lot of jokes. But yeah, they said so pretty much people, there was a correlation seen in another study which found that those in middle age who had their grip strength measured in 1965, okay, the ones who lived to be 100 were actually 2.5 times more likely to have their grip strength results be in the highest third.
wow.
So this is a very long study, right? So they had people test their grip strength in 1965, and then they actually had noticed the people who lived to 100, their grip strength when they retested over time of those people were in the highest third for grip strength.
So does that include using a towel to grip something and turn it as not having good grip strength?
I don't know if that would, because like for me, like it's not necessarily grip. Like if something's
It's
like
grip, not grip
if
strength
something's like
sometimes.
wet and you don't have a good handle on it, I wouldn't think that's like necessarily grip, you know.
I think your assistant, actually, if you're using the towel, you're proving that you have good strength because there's a cushion, and then you're just increasing the grip.
Right.
So you're actually lessening the strength with the towel because it takes away the strength because there's give, and momentum works like that. With give creates a softening. So you're actually lowering the strength, and then you're tightening. So you're actually proving that your strength is higher, but you're increasing your grip with a towel.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So grip strength is like kind of how much PSIs you could put here in the center of your hand. Like how much force can you put into something? How much inertia? So by those means, I'm going to live a long, long life.
Well, so
And by those means, my brother.
okay, so there was another study done in 2022 where they found that in our DNA there are patterns of methylated molecules in people who had a weak grip strength, and that just kind of indicated that they are aging at an accelerated rate. Pretty much, grip strength is just a proxy to assess your muscle mass, right? Like your just which is your best defense against aging and mortality. So, they said if you ever want to know, you could perform something called the tennis ball test, which is essentially being able to maintain a maximal squeeze on something like a tennis ball for 15 to 30 seconds. He said being able to maintain a maximal squeeze on a tennis ball for 15 to 30 seconds is a good standard to strive for.
Okay. Do I have a tennis ball?
So, should we all get tennis balls for next week's episode?
Yeah, let's all bring in tennis balls for next week. And we're going to start the show off by squeezing tennis balls with each other.
I'm not going to lie. I'm making a note on my notes for next week.
So, JR, bring 2 tennis balls. So
I'm making notes on my notes for next week about bring tennis balls. Bring tennis balls. Listen, it works for me because I'll just give them to my dog afterwards.
Tennis balls.
I mean, if you want me to grab your balls on camera, just remember it's maximal squeeze. So that's a whole different type of video. And that should be a whole different type of channel.
Hashtag after show on OnlyFans.
Hashtag OnlyFans. Hey, no, that was Trippy gets paid in gummies.
We're going to call it Vices and Grips.
Listen, they make cock cages and stuff,
perfect,
so I don't put it past people.
So I guess I should start going to the gym so my grip doesn't die out.
Well, pretty much, yeah. If you work on improving your overall muscle mass, your grip will probably get better.
So I changed my choice from earlier. I would go to PT, personal trainer.
Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Anyway.
I'm not an ageist, but 100 sounds pretty good.
I like life. Yeah.
Hey, JR. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We almost made it to the last question. We just about did this.
We have one more question.
Yeah.
Do you hear us right now? I am. You know what? For this question, I am going to play a drum roll. Are you ready?
Sure.
And it's the final question.
Yeah.
See, that timing was way better because he didn't just do the drum roll in the middle of me saying the important thing. He'll be like, oh, this would do good with a drum roll. She's saying something important, drum roll. And I'm like, you just don't want to hear me speak. Why did you make me kidnap me and force me to do the podcast if you didn't want to hear me? Anyway.
MK is laughing.
Anyway, so last question. Did you hear about the child who ordered 70,000 Dum Dum lollipops from his mom's phone?
70?
Yeah. An 8-year-old boy from Kentucky used his mom's phone and ordered 70,000 lollipops.
70,000 lollipops. You know they were all dum-dum.
So I got this article from Fox News written by Ashley DeMea, or DeMella, however she pronounces it. And yeah, so he took his mom's phone to order lollipops, and he ordered 70,000 of them, which is, if you want to know, $4,000 worth of lollipops.
Holy crap.
Damn.
So he used his mom's Amazon account to send 22 cases of Dum Dums to their home.
Oh my god.
Holy crap! Oh shit!
I said,
Yeah, you're like, I'm not gonna say crap, I'm gonna say shit. I caught that. You tried to stop yourself from saying crap and you said shit.
Yeah.
You know what I
Jared,
learned this when I was a kid. My uncle taught me this. He said, whenever you're gonna say a curse, try to turn it into a different word. But use the word in the word. So when you're saying shit, you say, oh shin. Instead of oh
I'm
shit.
so sorry.
Oh shin.
Okay. Oh,
And
shit.
like things like that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's just a clever little trick I learned.
A little bit.
I would say that's like spilling a glass of wine. Like it is what it is. You just pour another one and move on.
it
Wow.
spilt on our dog.
Well, guess what? He's cleaned himself right now. He's gonna feel
Oh,
sorry.
he took a shower.
In liquor.
It's like a full glass of wine on him.
You're like, do you have red
No,
wine tonight or
no.
white wine? What are you drinking?
What kind of wine?
Yeah, well, it's a white wine.
It is white wine. Typically I prefer red wine, but I guess it worked out today. Because it might have been worse if I spilled a glass of red wine on our dog.
Yeah. It's cupcake wine, Moscato.
I don't know. Ew. Don't insult me. It's not Moscato.
What is it then?
Pinot Grigio. If I drink white, it's Pinot Grigio. If.
It'll come up
Always?
with a little
If I
substance.
drink white, fine. If I drink red wine, usually a red blend or like a big bold red. Red blend, Cabernet, Merlot, Pinot Noir. Big bold California reds are my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah, they're my fave, but it's getting warmer here and I decided to, be a basic white bitch and get white wine and ended up on my dog, so that's what I get for that.
A little bit of seltzer will get it right up.
That was out of the dog.
Well, the dog's gonna clean it himself.
Yeah, the dog bed.
That we'll just throw in the washer.
He
That will
smells
fit
like
in the washer.
Moscato.
Anyway, getting
Guys,
back into it.
Guys, comment below how you would clean up white wine.
Oh my
for
goodness, that
things.
was wet. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, and if we want to know, that's 22 cases of Dum Dums.
Of suckers.
And when his mom asked him about it, he said he wanted to have a carnival, and he ordered the Dum Dums as prizes. Apparently, he was being friendly and trying to be kind to his friends.
By giving them suckers.
Yeah, and she said there were some boxes were missing when she went there, and when she looked it up, it said that they were returned to sender. Yeah, so 22 cases were delivered, 8 more cases were unaccounted for, which means he ordered 30 cases of Dum Dums, and they got 22. She was able to get the Dum Dums back to Amazon, get a refund for her purchase, but it did take a while to get her money back. But she was appreciative that Amazon worked with her for that. So I guess here's my question: did anyone's kids ever make a big purchase off of their phone that was unexpected?
JR, have you ever dealt with this?
Knock on wood. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, I'm gonna text the spam doctor, and he's gonna start spamming your daughters with lollipops. And eventually they'll order 10,000 lollipops to your house.
No, they're
Because
not.
they'll be advertised how cool it is to have a kid carnival thrown by
Listen, all I'm saying is, like, that's what gets me. Like, out of all the things you could have ordered, lollipops.
Yeah, exactly.
That kid does not have creativity.
Like, my friends have told me they've changed settings on their kids' iPads and stuff because they'll hit a point where they hit an age and they order something, I guess, thinking they're being slick, but thinking the parents won't notice.
Yep.
Like a game, usually a game or money on a game. And then the
That's
parents
right.
like, absolutely not. And at that point, I think it's a lesson a lot of parents learn in the age of technology. Like, shit, I didn't think my kid was old enough to do that yet. And then they learn, oh, nope, kids know how to use money and computers really effectively at a young age. And then they have to change settings, right? So I definitely hear that. But like 70,000 lollipops, haven't heard that until now.
Well, that's a smart kid that knows
Exactly.
if I'm going to do it, I'm going big.
I put a fake credit card on there, so they think they got money. They don't.
I like it.
I like that.
Smart, slick. Well, I definitely think it's like, being able to put in like prepaid credit cards and stuff too is usually smart for certain stuff.
I agree.
But She said the mom said she nearly fainted, but she was like, but he's just trying to be nice to his friends. And I returned it and they accepted the refund, and it took a while to get my money back, but I got my money back. But I'm like, she's like, oh, I nearly fainted. You know, this is what she's saying to the news stories. You know, she beat her kid's ass. Come on.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That kid got his ass beat.
There was some ass beating happening. It's not approved by the government, but it was approved by the house.
Honestly, if there were 70,000 lollipops in front of our apartment that you ordered off my phone, Pseudo, I'd beat your ass. Domestic violence be damned.
Yeah. All right, well, I think on that note, we're done for tonight. JR, shout out to the stuff that you just did.
Thank you.
No, like, give me a shout out. Just listen.
Oh, you want a shout out?
I thought you were saying shout out to him.
I know, I didn't clearly
articulate.
Yeah.
Theme of the night, Pseudo.
So, shout out. Well, I'll keep you guys posted with all the movies that are coming out. Look out for Clowns coming out to Amazon Prime, and possibly a spinoff will be a TV series on Hulu. The director will re-release Bullet Director's Cut. That will also come out on Amazon Prime. Parallel and Parallax, I yet to be determined. Stay tuned. Probably will be coming out towards the end of the year. So.
Hell yeah. Okay. Woo, woo, woo! JR, we're your biggest fans.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And oh yeah.
No, I was gonna say I took Mom on set too. She thought it was a party.
Aw, yay! Cute.
That was cute. How'd she do there? Everybody get excited to celebrate with her?
Well, the women got along with her. The guys got along with her. I mean, yeah.
She celebrated too much and take a guy home?
No, she was more concerned about eating the food.
Oh, I'd be... Yeah, I get that.
Good for her.
I'd be worried about that, too.
Food is life.
Food dies in that.
How many people said they want personal chefs because they want good food? Come on now.
Yeah,
food is life.
Yeah. So you want to end the show? A voice in the back of the room?
Well, one more thing. Okay. Shout out to Certified himself. We'll be dropping a single in the coming weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're going to start with that. And the song's called Started Like That.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know his real name.
Yeah, and I heard something about a Heartbreak Hotel, something like that. But we're gonna leave you off here. Pseudo on the Move comes out next week. Another episode.
That's right. Another episode of Pseudo on the Move on Tuesday.
Shout out to Trippy E. He's in that one.
Trippy E is in the majority of that one.
Shout out to Dark Flow Media for helping us with the edit process and giving us some direction with directing. Thank you. And shout out MK for being one of our producers, and Vernon Antonio, Dark Flow. I count him as one of our producers on here, and we're producers as well. But
anyway, having said that, come back, like and subscribe. Thank you all. We love to read your comments and have you participate with the rather odd questions we find ourselves discussing each week. And tune back next week for another episode of JR.
And we're going to leave you off with a little dance off.
Talk to me.